So this is Chapter 4, Section 1, Identifying Linear Functions, Lesson 1, Video 2 of 3 videos, Identifying a Linear Function from Ordered Pairs. So the example says, tell whether each set of points satisfies a linear function. So the first thing that you want to do with the given set of ordered pairs is to put them in a t-chart. Once you've done that, the goal is to see if things are increasing or decreasing at the same rate. So between 2 and 5, it's going to increase by 3, from 5 to 8, again by 3, and then from 8 to 11, it's still by 3. So the next is what's going on with the y. So from 4 to 3, it's changing by a loss of 1, from 3 to 2, a loss of 1, and last but not least, from 2 to 1, it is still a loss of 1. Therefore, this would be considered to satisfy a linear function. So yes, this one's linear. The reason why this is so important is because of slope. Slope is the change in y all over the change in x, or as some of you may know it, rise over run. It's also a constant change. So from point to point, it has to remain the same. If it doesn't, then it wouldn't be considered linear, which is why it's important to check that the increase or decrease in the x's are the same throughout the points, or from point to point, or from number to number, and that the same applies to the y's. Now, you'll notice that on each side they don't have to be the same, but it is key that as you go from one to the next, that the numbers stay the same. So for the second one, again, start by writing out a t-chart. And then again check that as you go from each x and then from each y that the numbers stay the same. From negative 10 to negative 5, you increase by 5. From negative 5 to 0, you increase by 5. And from 0 to 5, it's still an increase of 5. So far the x's check out. Now to try out for the y's. So from 10 to 4, you lose 6. And then from 4 to 2, you lose 2. From 2 to 0, you lose 2. You'll notice that from the negative 6 to the 2, they don't match. Therefore, this one is not linear. It may represent something else, but in this case, it definitely does not represent a linear equation. So the u-try is the same thing to tell whether each set of points satisfies a linear function. And again, start with the t-chart and then check that from x to x and then from y to y that the numbers match. So, or the increase or decrease matches. So your ordered pairs are 3, 5, 5, 4, 7, 3, 9, 2, and 11, 1. And that would be the end of this video, and this was the second video of 3.